Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another test fit of the 2J. I think I've got a little bit of a solution this time to see if it will fit. So let's head over to the 350Z and I'll show you what we got going on. You can see that I have a gaping hole there in the side of my firewall. It's no longer on the other side, obviously, or at least it doesn't match the other side anymore because I cut it out. It was hitting right here on this bolt and this, and then a little bit on this side of the housing there. So me and my dad made this little piece of metal for the time being, just to kind of like fill in that space. It's going to go around that part of the firewall. I'll go put it in the car so you can actually see it a little bit better. So that is going to sit right inside of there. I don't really know what we're going to be able to do as far as welding or riveting, but whatever it is, it's going to get sealed up really well so that there's no leaks or anything like that. I guess leaks is a weird way to put that. What I should say is that there's no possibility for corrosion or moisture to cause a problem in there. But before I get started on anything related to putting the engine in there today, the reason for that is because I'd rather have another person around. My dad is currently not home. He's the fabrication mastermind here. He's the one who actually did all the work on this 37. He knows how to do all that. So I'd rather have him around when making this piece, getting ready to put that in the car. And then again, I'm also going to need a free set of hands to help me maneuver an entire engine into the engine bay of the car. I can't really do that myself. I'm not the Hulk, so I just prefer to have him around, or if not him, then somebody who can do the same thing. So I'll probably invite a friend or two over and see if they can help out as well. But anyways, for the time being, I think I'm going to take this apart and start labeling everything that I can reuse and putting away the things that I will not be reusing. Okay, so I got pretty much everything labeled on here by where it goes on the big connector and the small connector towards where it connects to the Supra ECU. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and take all the wires out of the connector. There's a way to get them out, I think. They're just pins slid into the plastic. This piece comes off and I believe it unlocks it so I can side them out from the back. But I'm gonna try to take them all out and then figure out which ones are which, because I labeled them by number, and then determine which ones I'll need to reuse and which ones I can get rid of from there. All right, so these wires apparently push through from the back side and you pull them out this way, so I'll have to cut it and we have to re-splice it later to a different connector when I start putting it back together. That's if I reuse this connector. There's a possibility I'll just get a completely different one. They make them for the ECUs, but they also make an adapter from the OEM one to the ECU that you get. So we'll just have to see which one it is that's gonna work best for what I'm doing. Okay, just a quick update here. I've depinned everything from this side over here. So what I did was I took a little set of tweezers and just popped all these yellow plugs out. I pulled the rubber insert back, slid it up the end of the wires, then was able to get tweezers to push the wires through this direction from the back side, and then I could snip off the connector in the front with a wire cutting tool. So I'm gonna do that for all of these on this one and all the rest on this one, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay, so it's been a little bit. Aiden's here, he's back there in the background. Say hi. I just finished up pulling the connectors off of my harness. As you can see, all of them are in that little tray there. Since he is here now, we're gonna try to put the 2J in the 350Z, and hopefully it will fit now that we've notched that. Okay, so as you can see, there's a larger hole there now, and now there's a dent over there. So what can you infer? It didn't fit. Round two. Okay, so here's the verdict. The 2J, it'll fit in there now. The firewall is not the issue anymore, but we did have issues clearing the brake line and one of the AC lines, so we had to start bending those out of the way. The hood's shut right now. I can kind of show you what we did real quick. So you can see that they are not in the correct place at all. So we started rebending that line to fit in better. This line over here is the brake line that goes over to the left front brake caliper, but it's been bent up because we're trying to find a way to reroute it. Strut tower goes across there. It needs to go probably this way to follow the harness. And we're thinking about going in this hole right here that's just below the bolt where the upper controller mounts to, so we might route it through there instead and then connect it back down to where it normally connects, which is right there on the inside of the frame rail basically. But yeah, we had to basically hammer that in for the intake to fit, because the issue before was the turbo was hitting there, so we notched out this little square portion. Now that that was fixed, we could get the engine farther back. Then it was hitting there and there, so modified that, engine goes back farther, then we have more clearance issues here and right there, which is why these are disconnected. These are fuel feed and evap, I believe is what the other one is. But yeah, all said and done, it's getting kind of annoying how many things are having to be changed. I don't remember seeing anything anywhere online saying that, hey, you can't do this with the stock twin turbos because they won't fit. If there was, I didn't see it. But I'm definitely learning that, and if anyone else is trying to do this with the stock twin turbos to save money, well, I'm here to tell you it's not going to work without a lot of extra hard work involved. And additionally, disappointingly, it's kind of hard to see. There's some glare from this angle, but there are scratches all over this thing now from it hitting the side of the firewall, so that's probably gonna have to be repainted if it shows badly. Hopefully it's not too visible from the top. Another concern I'm having is that these won't be able to fit in there. So this is an intake pipe, this is an intake pipe. One of them goes to the intercooler. I believe that one is the one that goes to the intercooler. This one's probably just an intake pipe. I could be wrong, it could be flipped. That might be the one for the intake, air cleaner, etc. But this one and this one both look like they're gonna need a very specifically shaped pipe. It might need to be silicone or whatever to flex enough to fit. But clearance issues might occur, especially right here on this, because it kind of tucks right in here and it's pointed directly at the power steering reservoir and the water coolant overflow tank that sits right here. So we'll have to see if there's going to be room for that. But anyways, as of right now, long story short is, if you're going to do this swap, go single turbo. Don't do this. It's kind of like a waste of time at this point. Like I'm too far in to stop, and it's kind of the point where I have to do it now, and it's what I want to do. Like, I'm here, got to make it happen. But if you were in my shoes beforehand and you were like, yeah, I want to do OEM twin turbos, no, you don't. You don't want to. It's stupid. It won't work. But anyways, I think I'm going to leave it here for now. Not entirely sure if that'll be the end of this one, but for now, peace out. Make the rest of your day a great day. And please make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm going crazy. Make this worth my time, guys, please. Anyways, peace out. All right, so we were back out here in the driveway again. This is a different day, but we have a kind of a solution here for where the turbo was hitting finally. The hole is even bigger than the last time you saw it. There's a plate we've put in here. My dad has basically done everything to get this to work so far, by the way. He put this plate in here, started bending it to shape it to match the firewall. It's got clamps in it currently, and we are actually going to rivet it to the old firewall, and I guess I will update you as we go. Here is what it looks like from the back side, by the way. The first rivet is in on this side, and that's what it looks like on the back there. Okay, it's like 9:20-ish right now. My dad just finished up putting the rest of the rivets and the little panel in there, which I think it looks pretty freaking cool. But we're gonna put etch primer on it now to cover up the bare metal. I mean, obviously the rivets are aluminum, I think, and then all this other stuff where we hammered and cut pieces out, it's just bare steel, so it needs to be protected. So we're gonna put primer over it. It looks like the primer is about the same color. As you can see, it's a little different, but not so much that I think anyone's really gonna care how it looks from the outside. I mean, it's gonna get dirty after some driving anyways, so should do the job. It's okay. All right, so that's what it looks like with the tape pulled off. It's clearly not the same color at all. It looks completely different than it did when it was on the cardboard, but it's whatever. It is what it is. That's covered. This is covered back here. All the rivets are in, you can see that. Clean most of the metal out from the inside here. Probably just need to take a vacuum and get the rest of what's left. All right, so as you saw, the firewall is done. It might look a little tacky, but it's gonna work. So the firewall's been pushed out of the way essentially for where the turbo was hitting. It's no longer gonna hit anymore, so don't have to worry about that. The only thing that I'm worried about now is getting the whole assembly in. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be no other kinks. I did just order a shifter kit from Autosports Engineering. I don't know if you guys have been watching the earlier videos, but I actually ordered one of their 2JZ cover plates for the GTE, and they make it specifically for their billet aluminum valve covers. I did not end up using that for the cover I'm making for this engine, but I could tell it was a quality part. Anyways, I ordered their shifter. Gonna see how that's gonna work. It should just bolt to the back of the transmission. But what that means is once that gets here, I'll be able to start actually putting the transmission on the 2J. I know the 2J is gonna fit, and speaking of fitting, this oil hose down here that I started doing, and I never finalized because I wanted to make sure that it was actually going to clear the firewall. There's plenty of space back here. I have nothing to worry about. So I can finally finalize the oil feed. I can hook this tube up to both of the turbo feed pipes, call that a day. And something else I wanted to show real quick is that the battery tray does have to be modified in order to fit. Now that this has been cut in so far, we had to notch the battery tray. Still lines up with all the bolt holes good. The battery will actually fit. It's in there backwards right now, but still got plenty of room on that side of the battery with it all the way over here on the tray. So battery fits, plenty of room over here, no worries. Anyways, now that that problem is solved, I think next video we're definitely going to try and do a test fit with the whole thing. I'm still going to keep working on the harness. I've got a lot of things to do. If you were wondering what happened to that since it was earlier in the video, I'm still working on it. I got all the connectors off, like I said earlier in the video. I started labeling all the wires by the colors, the numbers on the pin, all that stuff. I will get back to you guys about what I'm actually using and getting rid of. It's just gonna be a really time-consuming process for me. So I'm gonna do the majority off of camera, and then I'll put whatever is actually helpful to you in the next video. But that being said, that's gonna be the end of this one. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for sticking along with the video series, and I hope it's helping you guys out for the most part. I've been putting a lot of effort into capturing the details and things that I need and the things that I think you guys are going to need. If I'm not covering something, just let me know in the comments. Hit me up on Instagram. A lot of people have been doing that. I'll do my best to help you. I'll do what I can. I can't answer every question, obviously. I'm still learning myself, but I'll be here. Anyways, make the rest of your day a great day. Peace out. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.